Kevin Durant and the Warriors hosting the Rockets. KD had 29 on 11 of 19. Coming in, the Warriors had gone 17-2 in their previous 19 games, and obviously they take the loss here to the Rockets, 118-112. Harden does not play because of a sore neck and a touch of the flu, according to Mike D'Antoni. Houston won the first two meetings with Harden, and they won the third meeting without him because Chris Paul was epic with 23 and 17. And here's a breakdown of the 3-0 series advantage for Houston, outscoring them by 10 points per game, making 7 more threes per game, and more than doubling them up in points off turnovers. That, my friends, is domination. After the game, Steve Kerr talked about Boogie Cousins' impact on this matchup.
Houston always does that every game. You know, they run a million pick and rolls, and they try to put the five-man in the pick and roll quite a bit. And so we didn't do a great job as a team. It's a five-man grouping that has to defend. So we got picked apart pretty well on that, so we'll have to do better.
So let's send it over to the court where Brandan Haywood and Dahntay Jones are standing by. And guys, obviously this is the first time in this series that Cousins has played. How did the Rockets attack Cousins in the pick and roll?
Well, what they did was they took advantage of the big man. Dahntay knows big men. We don't like to be out here on the perimeter, especially in the pick and roll type of situations. Boogie was not up at the level of the screen. Too many times he was too far back, and then when he switched onto the guards, Golden State was able to take advantage. Now you see right here, Boogie way too far back. That's too much space. He has to be up closer. When he finally gets the switch, it is a bad mismatch, late challenge, and it also leaves a mismatch on the glass. Kenneth Faried, he gets the layup right there. Now, look at Chris Paul, the maestro. He understands the situation, puts Boogie in the screen and roll, gets the switch. Now he backs it up, creates the space. Boogie leaving too much space between him and Chris Paul, gives up the three-ball eyeball sandwich, and Chris Paul's back at it again. What do you see right here, Dahntay?
See, I see Chris Paul extending the screen out as far as possible, knowing that Boogie doesn't want to come out the paint, but they're going to create as many pick and rolls as possible to get Boogie as the matchup. And Boogie's not in a stance right now. And what happens, he tries to get in a stance. It's too late, and the defense is put under a lot of pressure. That's going to be tough for them because that's his #1 deficiency going down the stretch. Pick and roll defense. Teams are going to pick and roll him to death, and they've shown the one chink in the armor with Boogie Cousins on the floor.
It is a copycat league. There's going to be a lot of teams watching this film. They're going to see what happened to Golden State tonight, how they lost down the stretch, how Boogie was a -7 in plus minus, a -17 in plus minus. They're going to go at him a lot. Golden State's going to have to figure this out, or Boogie Cousins is not going to be able to finish games for them.
Right, because #1, Golden State likes to switch pick and rolls, and they're not going to run a pick and roll normal coverage. They're not going to run a down. They're not going to run a high at the screen, which sometimes you did not want to do.
I did not.
But they're going to switch, and Boogie Cousins has to be better laterally defensively, guarding the small guards, and offense and trying to get to the offensive glass, coming from such a far distance out. That's going to be a struggle for Boogie because that's not what he does well.
And when you look at the guards in the Western Conference, Chris Paul, Harden, you look at Russ, you look at Dame Lillard, C.J. McCollum. All those guards,
James.
They're going to, if they make it, all those guards and LeBron James, if he gets in, are all going to light up when they see Boogie on the perimeter trying to guard pick and roll situations.